Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. I'm glad you're here. I'm delighted to talk to you. We're going to talk about how to inspire your team and exceed your goals. And isn't that what you want? You want to win, you want your career to move forward, and you want advancement, or maybe an opportunity to make a lot more money and have more success in your career and life. But you know, Doug and I have been traveling a lot lately, and we've been from LA to Atlanta, from Montreal to Vancouver, from Minneapolis, St. Paul, down to New Orleans, crisscrossing the country, working with managers in the depths of organizations to help them do that. And we found many managers are despairing, frustrated, full of anxiety and fear. They're stuck. They got big goals. There's a lot of pressure to move forward, and they're not getting the results that they want. Now, we certainly have found some that are winning as well, but many of them aren't. And we wanted to address that because the number one question we're hearing is, how do you motivate people? As if there's a magic wand. And Doug and I co-authored Superstar Leadership. In fact, this is our second printing of this, and it's all about how to motivate people, to get them to do the best they can do, to bring out the best in people. It's full of that. That's the very essence of what we talk about in here, and I want to take a couple key points from this and share it with you. But first, let me address this despair. I found a website, www.despair.com, that has some interesting pictures and comments about some of the turmoil that some managers seem to find themselves in. Hopefully it's not you, but it could be. But there's a way out. There's hope. There's something you can do about it. Here's one of the pictures we found, a bunch of bent nails, and it says, incompetence. When you earnestly believe you can compensate for a lack of skill by doubling your efforts, there's no end to what you can't do. Oh boy, that's a bad one. Or how about this one? Procrastination. Nice picture there, and it says, hard work often pays off after time, but laziness always pays off now. How about that one? Is that one a real picker-upper? Or how about this one? Obstacles. And this one says, some things cannot be overcome with determination and a positive attitude. Now, if you look back at the picture, you got lava on a road. So we got to be realistic. And then here's another one, motivation. Beautiful picture. And it says this, it's a pretty poster and a cute saying. If that's all it takes to motivate you, you probably have a very easy job. The kind that robots will be doing soon. And then the last one, this is a great one. You got a guy in a kayak going over a falls. And it says, believe in yourselves. Yeah, why not? And then it says, because the rest of us think you're an idiot. Well, I don't mean to make light of the challenges we face as leaders. But I do know this, and you'll see it on this slide here, is that people have tremendous potential. And superstar leaders bring out the best in those people. That's what we're after. That's our job as a leader. So in spite of the challenges, in spite of the obstacles, in spite of the difficulties, our job is to create, well, if you will, two things. An environment that people want to come to work. They can't wait to get there. And then the second thing is we've got to be able to create a relationship, a working relationship with the team that they go beyond themselves. That's what superstar leadership is all about. And it starts with two questions. What is it like to be supervised by me? If we're honest about that, we can learn something. And the second one, what does my team need from me to succeed? Notice what these two questions don't do. They don't say, my company set the goals too high. They don't say the competition is too tough. They don't say the economy is awful. They don't say my competitors are unfair or the customers are unreasonable. In other words, they don't make excuses. What does it do? It turns all that around and looks right here. What is it like to be supervised by me? Puts the responsibility right here. And the next one puts the accountability right here. And that is, what does my team need for me to succeed? And what we've done in our book is we have our superstar leadership model. And what it really essentially says is that if you want your team to be better, you have to be better as a leader. So are you going to school? Are you getting educated more? Are you training? Are you changing? Are you improving? Organizations are changing rapidly today with all this technology and social media. But people seem to be stuck doing the same old, same old. Leaders seem to be stuck doing same old, same old. Maybe as leaders we're too complacent. Maybe we're a little lazy. Maybe we're just feel entitled. And we found this, that the managers and leaders and the guts of organizations to get beyond that and see things differently and turn it around and look right here and begin doing things differently and better as a leader, the ones start getting the results. And I want to tell you, people can achieve incredible results. You know, Michael J. Fox with his Parkinson's disease has accomplished incredible things, raising money, raising awareness for that dreaded disease, and then living a life of honor in spite of it all. And Terry Fox, if you don't remember him, and by the way, all these pictures, what they have in common, first is they're Canadian, and the second is the challenges they've faced in life. Terry Fox from Canada, 18 years old, got cancer, lost his leg, and he had a dream. He was running across Canada to raise money for cancer research, and he started doing it. And his goal was to raise $1 million, and off he went, and had no backers, no nothing. Pretty soon awareness came up, but he did have people who were against it, tried to run him off the road and hit him. Unbelievable. But to make a long story short, Terry raised $25 million in his first effort to raise money there, became a gifted speaker and a model for people with cancer everywhere, and unfortunately, he passed away. He didn't quite make it all the way across Canada. The foundation that was started in his memory has raised over $100 million for cancer research. And then you have Rick Henson here, who had an accident, couldn't use his legs, got into racing in a wheelchair, and to date, his foundation has raised over $200 million to help people in that similar situation. Why? Because he handled it with courage. And why all of these? Did they do that? All these people here is because inside them they have tremendous potential. And great leaders understand that everybody has an opportunity to be great. That it doesn't matter if it's a first-line job in a fast food place or they're a professional in IT in a Fortune 500 company. People have tremendous potential, and a leader's job is bringing out the best. We say two things will help you immediately to get started. To motivate your team. First, be mindful of the climate that you create and how you supervise people in that climate. What do I mean by climate? It's how you work together. It's how you communicate. It's the attitude you bring to work. It's the support you provide to people in terms of their resources for doing their job. It's the information that you share with them. You treat them as adults, as children. It's the recognition, the celebration. It's the culture of how we interact. And truth of the matter is, a company needs to work on that. But a manager can't use that as an excuse if the company is in it. I've seen managers in companies that are top-down, autocratic, lean and mean, fighting machines. They don't care about employees, their numbers, create a different kind of working climate. When what it does is inspire people to come work. There's a difference there in terms of some of the characteristics I shared with you. Be mindful of that. And then the other thing is, how's the relationship with you one-on-one with each person? All of our strategies in our book, the Superstar Leadership Model, and there's 9 key ones, from goal setting to communication to coaching to training to recognition to how you handle problems to your effort and continuous improvement, are geared towards helping people want to excel, to achieve. And I found managers say, Rick, that's too much work. That's too hard. Well, hey, all excellence is equally difficult. If you want to succeed as a leader, you do your homework. And we put that all together in what we call a high-performance formula. And what the high-performance formula is nothing more than create a positive climate, and that's involved clear expectations, competence of the people, training them, helping them, and then treating them as adults, treating them fairly, treating them with being genuine, treating them with integrity and dignity, and that's the climate. And they want to do a good job. It's uncanny how that works. And here's a picture of our 9 strategies that I talked about that help reinforce that climate in our one-on-one relationships. How do you motivate people? How do you inspire them? Focus on those 2 things in the coming days, in the coming weeks, in the coming months. And you can revolutionize your performance. Thanks for coming. I'll talk to you again real soon.